From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Weather NorCal, it's your afternoon update here on this Thursday. And yeah, we got to see some snow out there last night and earlier this morning, so we're going to go on a little tour. Many of you sent your pictures here through the free Weather NorCal app, so let's take a look at some of those. This is a beautiful shot out in O'Brien, courtesy of Deanna. This is what I call a mix of snow and art. Absolutely gorgeous there. This is snow in West Redding. Want to thank Reed. Just kind of show you how unimpressive the snow was, but there was some light accumulation in parts of Redding and other areas as well. Snow in Coffee Creek, yeah, Mary Justice sent us this. This is out at 2,500 feet. Very picturesque here with, of course, that image off in the background. We've got snow on Trinity Lake. These are, of course, the boats that are docked here. Here is the dock covered in snow. So, courtesy of Jean, thank you for sending in that image. This is downtown MacArthur at about 3,500 feet. And put a ruler there. Looks like approximately 5 inches of snow. If you want to share your photos, it's very easy to do it from the free Weather NorCal app. That's how all the photos you just saw were sent through the free Weather NorCal app. You've already got them on your phone. You can, of course, then upload them to the Weather NorCal Center, and we can share those photos with you. Be sure to include your location, your elevation as well. You know, the snow was pretty heavy in parts of Trinity County. Close to 6,000 people, as I'm recording this, in Trinity County are without power. Close to actually 3,000 people in Lassen County. I don't have any confirmed reports as to why, but my assumption would be due to snow. Now, we didn't see snow, at least where we're seeing the power outage in Butte County. It's because a car hit a power line or power pole, and it created that outage there. So we are seeing some outages here this morning, and of course into the early afternoon hours for parts of Northern California. All right, so here is what I'm watching. We've got that flood potential, along with mudslides and debris flows with the rain that's moving through. Now, there is going to still be some heavy snow at times, especially as we go into tonight and early tomorrow morning. This could create more problems. Now, conditions are getting better from what we saw this morning. There's no doubt about that. But because snow levels are rising, that's one of the big things that's helping. However, we're going to see snow levels begin to drop again here tonight and early tomorrow morning. Not as low as they were this morning, but lower nonetheless. Also, the winds, especially over the valley, will be picking up as well, so be prepared for those gusty winds. All right, here's your neighborhood forecast at a quick glance here, and I've adjusted these snow levels because, again, since this morning, they've changed, and they will continue to go up. I would say on average around 3,500 to 4,500 feet is what we're looking at here in the higher elevations, and of course the rain showers and possibility for some thunderstorms for parts along the coast and in the valley. So we can see the big swirling area of low pressure right here. This is the first band of moisture that moved through last night and early this morning. That's moving on out of here. That's the warmer source of air. Now we have this area of low pressure right here, and that's the rain that's associated with that that'll be coming in here through the afternoon. You'll notice a bit of a spin coming in around that. So that right here, you see this? This is what's going to be swinging through later tonight and into early tomorrow morning. This is going to be a reinforcing shot of some cooler air, and that's why I anticipate snow levels to drop as we go into tonight. So let's kind of take a look at that here, kind of a wide perspective. There you can see on Friday, we get a bit of a break, especially Friday afternoon, and Saturday. This storm system will approach through the day on Saturday, but by Saturday night into Sunday, this will kind of fizzle out, but still give us a chance for showers on Sunday and some snow in the higher elevations. Then we can see a chance for some more showers Monday, a break Tuesday. This system is going to be coming in on Wednesday, giving us another shot for some showers and high elevation snow, and then another break on Thursday. So you get the idea. We're going to call it unsettled through next week, but really any rain we see or snow in the higher elevations that we see after today is not going to be all that impressive. So let's take a look at Futurecast and walk you through the timing over the next few days. There you can see, of course, the heavy rainfall that we're seeing. There's another shot, another band of rain kind of pushing on through. Now, we could see some embedded thunderstorms in there this afternoon. Snow levels between 3,500, 4,500 feet. So you can see it's in the form of rain for Weaverville and Hayfork. If you see it in Bernie, it's going to be in the form of rain as well, not to mention Shingletown. There you can see Mount Shasta, a bit of a mix there. And it looks like El Turris, maybe a bit of a mix. Susanville, a bit of a mix there as well. So again, you have to go up, say around, 5,000 feet or so before you start seeing any significant kind of snow. So that's where you're going to see some of the bigger problems for some of those higher mountain passes. All right, 6 o'clock this evening, still about 3,500 to 4,500 feet, but we may start to see the snow levels begin to drop after that. But you'll also notice we don't have the widespread rainfall across the region, but we still have some more instability. Remember that area I was talking about, it's rotating around. That's what's going to be moving through tonight, helping to destabilize the atmosphere, give us more scattered showers, as I mentioned, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. Snow levels still around 3,500 to 4,500 feet, but then they should start to drop as we go into tomorrow morning. You see how we're seeing more snow on the map here, lower snow levels. Now, I do anticipate that there's a chance we could see a mix late tonight, early tomorrow morning for Hayfork and Weaverville. Maybe a mix or all snow at some points in time here for places like Bernie. Again, we're looking at Friday morning. Shingletown, probably a mix. I would anticipate snow in Mount Shasta City. Maybe close to a mix in Wairika. El Turris, Ayden, Susanville, very good chance it could be in the form of all snow. So with that in mind, this also means it's accumulating on those mountain highways, and I think we could see some more chain requirements and some issues for late tonight and early tomorrow morning. By midday tomorrow, you see how the snow and the rain for the most part is moving on out. We still have a little bit of snow midday off to the east. That clears out by this afternoon, or excuse me, tomorrow afternoon, and we're looking at dry conditions. Now, this Futurecast wants to show a weak system clipping extreme northern California on Saturday. You see that right there? I'm just going to keep it dry here for everybody through the day on Saturday. If you see a passing sprinkle up to the north, don't be surprised. This is the leading edge of Sunday's system that'll bring us another chance for some showers. All right, so you kind of get the idea there, right? We still have a winter storm warning, in effect until 4 a.m., basically to the north and west of the valley. That's where we have the winter storm warning until 4 a.m. Off to the east of the valley, it's until 10 p.m. Friday. Now, I would anticipate it's going to probably expire sooner than that, simply because we're going to be looking at the snow moving out before 10 o'clock at night tomorrow. I would say probably sometime in the afternoon it'll be allowed to expire. That's going to be what my overall projection is. Now, I'm just going to take the raw numbers coming out of the model data. And just the main thing I want to show you here is that anything we see today, you're going to have to go up pretty high in elevation for you to see any significant snow. So above 5,000-6,000 feet, that's where we're going to see significant snow. But the lower mountain communities like Mount Shasta, Fall River Mills, El Turris, you're most likely looking at most a couple of inches. Now, I might be overdoing it for Portola, but you get the idea. You have to go up pretty high in elevation. And then, of course, you can see here going through Saturday, of course, it's going to be dry, so no more snow on top of that. Now, as of recording this, just shortly before the noon hour, you can still see some chain requirements out there. Looks like around Mount Shasta City, east of I-5. Looks like Highway 299 doesn't have any chain requirements there. Highway 299 west, that is. 299 east, yes, it's a different story. Highway 36 west, Highway 3, of course, Scott Mountain is closed. And we take a look at some of the cameras out there. And again, just shortly before I'm recording this, you can see here, this is looking at Snowman Summit, I-5 at Mount Shasta City, and Dunsmuir. You can still see some of the snow that we are seeing on I-5 there. This is taking a look up to the north towards Wairika, Anderson Grade, and North Hill. Looks like Caltrans has done a pretty good job clearing those out, and we're not really seeing much more snow on top of that here the rest of the afternoon. Buckhorn Summit, that's cleared out. Of course, Berry Summit has been clear. Oregon Mountain, for some reason, the camera is out, but earlier it did show some of the snow, but most likely not seeing snow on Oregon Mountain as well, because again, we're not seeing those chain requirements on 299 west. There's Hatchet Mountain, looks pretty clear, although it looks like the Four Corners on Highway 89 and 299, still some patchy snow on the roads there. Cedar Pass looks clear for now as well, but probably some slick spots. Shingletown, just some mist. But no snow on the highway there. It looks like Laston Park, almost at 6,000 feet, looks clear. And Bogard Ranger Station, though, different story. Still a lot of snow on the highway there. This is looking at Highway 36 and 89 near Chester. Looks like we're kind of clearing out the road there as well. But it looks like it's turning into more of a wet snow. So again, that's the indication of the snow levels rising a bit. And for down your summit too, also looking at more of that wet snow out there as well. Once again, that indication of the rising snow levels. So you can see the improvement for the most part that we are seeing. Now, notice what happens as we go into this evening and tonight. You see how we're starting to see more in the way of snow on those mountain highways, and that's why I anticipate the potential for new and more chain requirements going tonight and early tomorrow morning. So be prepared for that if you have to travel in the mountains tomorrow morning. There's even through 10 a.m. we're still seeing that snow, and that could create some problems here. Again, keep in mind, we're still looking at snow flurries through the morning hours in the higher elevations between 2,000 and 3,000 feet, and then it will start to taper off by the afternoon. You can see here the rainfall totals are on top of what we've already seen here. I think it might be underplaying it here. I do think we're going to probably see more rain than that for the valley, and it looks like about a ½ an inch out along the coast. Again, it depends on where some of these heavier showers do develop here, and then really nothing on top of that here through the day on Saturday. As mentioned earlier, there is that chance for some thunderstorms. That's for the areas in green here for today, and with the rainfall. Unfortunately, it's just going to agitate a lot of the areas that saw flooding last week. So you can see that there's a flood watch until tomorrow night. These areas in green right here, these green boxes, those are flood warnings. That is along the Sacramento River at different points. In fact, let's take a look at those areas. Tehama Bridge, for example, you can see it is above the flood stage right now. It will eventually drop, though, by the time we go into Saturday morning. Let's take a look at Sacramento River at Vina-Woodson Bridge. Barely below that flood stage, then back up above the flood stage for a short period of time, and then by Friday night to Saturday morning, it will start to drop again. Let's take a look at Sacramento River at Ord Ferry. Once again, in that warning area, the flood warning area, just below the flood stage, but it will increase to just slightly above the flood stage and then begin to drop again after that. Now, again, keep in mind, a lot of this is because they're letting a lot of water out of Shasta Dam, but with the rain that we're seeing here today, that can create even more problems. So, switching gears now, we talk about the winds. There's a wind advisory until Friday morning for the northern Sacramento Valley. Now, where we're seeing the strongest winds, I'm anticipating will mainly be on the south and east side of the valley, say Red Bluff southward. Not as bad in the Redding area. Still looking at some very gusty winds off to the east, and still breezy, borderline windy here for the coast as well. But overall, once we get into Friday morning, still breezy in spots, but by the time we go into Friday afternoon, those winds die down. Saturday, fairly calm winds as well, at least when you compare to what we're seeing today. Winds may pick up again here Saturday afternoon, especially out towards Crescent City. So, with those gusty winds, we also have a high surf advisory here along the coast here until 2 p.m. tomorrow. We've got the potential for large breaking waves of around 20 to 22 feet. So just something to keep in mind here if you're going to be out there on the coast. Temperatures are going to be the low to mid 50s here for the valley today. We've got 40s, even some 30s for the higher elevations, and looks like in those low to mid 50s for the coast. Taking a look at tonight, yeah, it's not going to get too terribly cold. That's why we anticipate to see mainly showers and not snow in the valley. There may be a stray thunderstorm. You can see one near Paradise, maybe even parts of the valley as well. 20s, 30s for most of the higher elevations, and there you can see along the coast here, those temperatures should be somewhere in the low 40s as we take a look at some of those not daytime highs, those are the overnight lows. All right, let's take a look at, oops, got a little button happy there. We're going to take a look at the valley. So again, there's the rain for today. Valentine's Day, there may be a stray shower through the morning, but for the most part, I do anticipate it to be a dry day for your Valentine's Day and Saturday. Sunday, a chance for showers, as well as President's Day. Dry on Tuesday, then maybe another chance for showers on Wednesday. Again, keep in mind, any rain or snow we see after today is going to be fairly insignificant. Although, you know, some of the snow we do see tomorrow morning for parts of the higher elevations will be strong enough and significant enough to create chain requirements. But as we go to the weekend in particular, it's just not going to be that big of a deal because number one, snow levels will be fairly high, and number two, it's just not going to be all that significant. All right, thanks so much for watching. That is your afternoon update. I'll be back again this evening at 6 o'clock for your latest forecast. Have a great afternoon.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.